taking off like a Boeing. If the volume spikes, then it's time to trade. Mighty 90 setting up, it's time to get paid. Dr. Chad on the mic, time to get focused. We don't need any indicator hocus pocus. It's all about the price, just watch it move. Manage your risks so you don't lose. First hour of trading is all we need. Focus on the patience and forget about greed.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday, March 31st, last day of March 2025. Got the markets selling off again. Dow down 300, NASDAQ down 284, S&P down 58, VIX up 11%, up to 24.07. Continued uncertainty around tariffs as we approach that April 2nd deadline. So it should be an interesting week. Nothing really on the economic calendar today. I know the last day of the month, like a March 31st, not usually my favorite day to trade. I have no proof or evidence, but it seems like the last day is always a little wild. So I will definitely continue to be extremely patient when I need to for my TLC trades. Definitely don't want to overtrade. And one DTE, with the VIX being up 11%, I'll probably just hold off on that in case we get some type of big move out of the gates. And, honestly, I'm sure it'll be really extremely wide. I'll take a look at that. I haven't even looked at it yet, but look where the market opens. But, my one DTE really wasn't created and developed in a time that we're trading right now, where, we've had a presidential new leadership. We've had new policies. We have tariff talk. There's just a myriad of things that my one DTE was not created during times like we're trading. There is the bell. So I may just stop trading it for a while. I'm not really sure. I may continue. I may just pause it until we can get through kind of what we're dealing with here. Morning, Avash. Morning, Ken. Take a look at the one DTE, how wide it would be here. Like 260 points wide. So definitely wide. One thing, also another option for my one DTE would be just to continue to scale down a little bit. But just going to be an interesting week with that April 2nd deadline on tariffs that Trump made about a month ago. So to me, it's not really a big deal to just kind of pause my one DTE, see how the market's going to react. I could be totally missing out if I stop it too, though, with the 260 wide iron Condor, but everything on my board is in the red. My opinion is the further down we go, it's really just becomes a more opportunity to for you know buying long term and holding. S&P coming down out of the gates. S&P down 66, Nasdaq down 365, Dow down 260. Point drop here in the S&P. Definitely. I've never really traded these day trading strategies that we're trading this morning. I've never traded TLC really up until this month in this type of environment. So you definitely have to really watch your position sizing. You have to adapt to what the market's doing. Nasdaq down over 400 now. So here's why not putting on this one DTE. It's just because it's big move downs, big move out of the gate. Tesla down 7%. Roku down over 5. Nvidia down 4.5. Coin down 4. Amazon 3.5. Apple's the only one that's not down a lot. It's only down 0.25%. PLTR down over 6%. So a situation like today with, I'll typically go a little smaller in size if I'm long and go my regular size if I'm short. Unless, we start to see strength happening in the next 10, 15 minutes. Hope everybody had a good weekend. I spent a weekend at our farm with my son Stone. Yesterday morning, he arrowed himself a big gobbler, big turkey. Proud of him for that. for some big volume bars here. Not seeing any big volume bars. Nvidia having trouble really. Some of these stocks are popping up a little bit, and Nvidia really struggling. I was going to try to find a weak stock to maybe try to get short off a early bounce. Tesla's potential option here. I'm going to get short some Tesla here. Yeah, maybe not. Tesla's Tesla's options are really juiced. Yeah, forget that. Yeah, Nvidia was really the one I wanted, but Meta is as well. S&P with a 55-point expected move has already come down close to 30 points. It's going up. Looking for some mighty 90s here. Microsoft, that's one that's kind of holding up. Might get short Microsoft here. On the 370 puts. Sold at 585. A little early downside continuation. So if it pushes up much at all, I'll probably just be quick to cut. Was kind of looking for a quick rollover. It held on a green bar here. It's been holding. And so looking for now a rollover on the next one. If it just chops at its current level, I'll continue just to hold it. Any signs of wanting to rebound would be a exit. Close half at 645. NASDAQ down 472. Built at 645 in Microsoft. Close half. Get out of another at 705. I'm going to jump in some NVIDIA as well here. This little bounce on the 104 puts. And jumped in at 298. So close to $3. So 330 would be my first profit target. No mighty 90s or anything, just playing price action for the moment. S&P down through lows of day. Yeah, Walmart's in the green. Just got to be cognizant that the markets can reverse. So you've got to kind of have your line in the sands. Mine for Nvidia would be, if it pushes back up above where that last drop was, I'd probably just close. Also look at other similar stocks, see if they're bouncing. I jumped in these, hoping that there was still some more, it's going to break lows maybe a couple more times. So you got to kind of, have we already hit lows? That's, if we have, then it bounces, you exit. If it does push through lows, that's what you want. Microsoft trying to come down. Some of these stocks, though, are trying to get a couple green bars in a row. No volume bars, no mighty 90 setups. So everything's just price action based at the moment. Nvidia trying to get another bar, so it's just kind of sitting right where I'd like to see it get forced back down. Still got it. 2.5 minutes left on this bar. It's already kind of popped up more than I wanted it to, so I kind of let this bar play out here, hoping by the end of the bar it gets forced back down. Pretty nice little bounce in S&P. Still down 74 though. VIX coming back down. close to where it opened. So nice little bounce in some stocks. Is this a real bounce or is this just a head fake? I will probably let this bar close and then see what the next one brings us. Would have liked to find some mighty 90 shorts here, but I don't see any setting up. Either way, it's nice little bounce. That's about a 20-point bounce in the S&P. So bar closing on Nvidia. Let's see what it does here. Signs of strength, I will cut. If it gets pushed back down, I will hold. The markets being as weak as they were, I was kind of hoping for more, another couple, maybe a little bounce, roll over, but it may not be the case. So what will this bar bring? Usually give it 1 minute, and then after 1 minute, I just kind of evaluate it a minute by minute. Kind of, Microsoft the same thing. And if it breaks above this consolidation, then I would be out of it. VIX coming down through lows of day though, so looks like some continued strength. So we'll go ahead and close my Nvidia. Trying to close it. Build at 270. Closing my Microsoft. Build at 550. So just didn't roll over like I wanted them to quickly enough. There was a time I was leading the live stream last week and I couldn't get, I couldn't get in any shorts. There wasn't, I'm either missed a bounce or it wasn't bouncing and price just was continuing to go down. Well, that's what I was wanting to see there and it just didn't do it. Definitely why you got to have those lines in the sand because, this is a pretty significant bounce here. It's 45-point bounce in 13 minutes here. So SMCI ripping up through highs of day. S&P getting up close to where it opened. Dow only down 175 now. So small winner in Microsoft. That push up ate a lot of my profits. Not too bad of a loser in Nvidia. So I think it was worth the risk to see if we were going to get some continued flushing. But pretty good push ups here. So I'm looking for some mighty 90s. Interestingly enough, Apple's coming down after it was strong. Love to find a mighty 90 short. Is that Baidu? Baidu with a big volume bar to the upside. Now Nvidia just rolled back over down to my below where my exit would have been. AMD potential mighty 90 short. See AMD, I would trade the 101 puts. Build at 247 in AMD on a mighty 90 short. Came out to highs of day. It looks like you can get a better fill than I did. I would add to my AMD at 220. Right around there. Order 220 to add, see if it pushes up here. S&P above where it opened now. So good out in Nvidia and Microsoft. I did not get hit on that AMD, darn it. Darn it. Missed it by a couple cents. A little push up in Tesla there. Go ahead and cancel my ad in AMD. Darn it. Pretty nice push up in a lot of these stocks, but everything's still red. Really wish I would have hit my ad there or got a better fill at the start of my AMD. Well, one DTE would have been right back to center. Big bounce in crypto stocks. Looking for two consecutive red bars out of AMD. Dow down 129, NASDAQ down 346, S&P down 54. Hood trying to stay strong. I say stay strong, but everything's still in the red. MSTR coming up to highs of day. Hood up to highs of day. AMD trying to push back up. I'm gonna add at 220 in AMD if I can Get in there. Sold at 223 to add an AMD. Yeah, not a very good fill. We close half at 250. I'll be back in 1 minute. All right. No red bars out of AMD yet. Going to continue to hold here. No red bars yet. Need a, need a red bar out of AMD here. NASDAQ down 320. Nvidia came up to highs of day, or came up to where it opened, and then now is spitting out a red bar. Mighty 90s can be tough if you get just a constant rip against you. But I'm not really seeing any other signals. I mean, you look at like Apple volume, Amazon volume, Meta. I mean, all of these on my main board. I mean, there's just no opportunity here. It's all price action based today. So it's actually a pretty decent Mighty 90 setup in AMD because it had a nice little volume pop, and then it also had a nice price push. So not disappointed at all that I got in it. It's just that you know not 100%. I think it's 100% that it's going to work. A couple good down bars. Costco, Walmart, and Apple in the green now. PLTR, SMCI, Hood, they all kind of look like upside continuation runners. PLTR is pushed up. Now it's kind of pausing. So are we coming back down or are we going to go higher? PLTR is kind of getting a red bar here. Looks like it could be a pretty decent entry. The PLTR, I would trade the 83 calls. See if I can get filled at 305. Tesla with two pretty decent red bars. Nvidia now a couple red bars. That's what I need from AMD. Filled at 305 in PLTR. So I want it to hold right there. I don't want it to go down any further. And I would get out of half at 335. One red bar out of AMD. Can we get two? So PLTR, I would get out of it if it pushed below about that green bar where, let's see, it's right at about 81.78. All right, one red bar out of AMD. So I need PLT up, PLTR up, AMD down. Let's see, I'll replace Apple with PLTR, and Amazon, I'll put AMD. There we go. So PLTR, my line in the sand would be coming down right here below this little consolidation zone. AMD, I'm just looking for two consecutive reds. Again, you can see the nice little mighty 90 pop here, plus a price push. Ideally, if we could get one more nice pull down, get out, and then everything can bounce for PLTR. Yeah, one DTE would have been doing really good right now. It's not decaying. Okay. Oh yeah, that's the one thing is are you getting theta decay? That's one that you can't tell. Price action wise, it would been fine. Looks like it's been doing good. PLTR coming down right at my exit. So you can kind of see right here, that's where I need it to bounce. Need a little bouncy bounce. AMD looks like it's trying to give us two green bars, so I would probably go ahead and just get out of that here, or two red bars. Definitely would. Well, I could leave a runner on. Just kind of talking out loud here to myself. I got an order to get out of half at 250, but it's only at 235, so it's still a little ways from that. Either way, kind of see if this market looks like it wants to get weak again. And if so, I may hold some AMD. If it looks like it wants to bounce, I'll just close it out after this second red bar. Nvidia is coming down though. Man, I would have loved to have gotten out of half. of my AMD. I'm gonna lower my I'm gonna get out of half of AMD at 245. Lower it 5 cents. I can't quite tell what this market wants to do here. All right, two red bars means we close the mighty 90. I'm gonna see if it'll. Let me give it just a sec to see if we're coming back down. I've got it. We're at 245 to close half. So now I'm just really not really following the mighty 90 rule, just playing the price action. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of half here. Go to 241. Let's get out of half my AMD. I'm gonna go ahead and close the rest. Go to 246. It may come all the way down to lows of the day. Who knows? But I turned a I turned a trade into where I was underwater pretty good on that push up to a positive trade. PLTR not really moving. Pretty choppy price action, really. I mean, probably would want to be getting close to entering a TLC trade here. Let's see where this current push down takes us, though. PLTR coming down right at my exit. So need a bounce in PLTR. I will be exiting. We get a new bar in 15 seconds. AMD bounced, so you can see it's got good exit there in AMD. I need a bounce out of PLTR here. SMCI coming up to highs of day. That's what I was counting on for PLTR. Good, pretty good little price action here. I might look at my first TLC trade. Get a little bounce here. So PLTR not bouncing much though. Come on, PLTR. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait and see if price pushes through highs of day before entering any TLC trades. Nice little bounce here. Starting to see some theta decay on my PLTR. Nvidia came down to lows and then bounced. You can see good out on that mighty 90 and AMD. Played that pretty well. There we go. PLTR. Get going. Yeah, no TLC entrance for me with this latest green bar. Pretty good push up by everything. Build 340. Close half of my PLTR. Very nice. Very nice. Now don't come back down, PLTR. Jeez. The hell? Brutal. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off and start focusing on TLC for those people that trade it. PLTR, I'll just keep holding it unless it comes back down and the market starts getting weak. I'll probably cut it, but hopefully it rebounds what it's come down here so far in the first minute of this bar. Um, Hopefully by the end of this bar, it will be back up to highs. So, all right, guys, I'll see everybody during Power Hour. Peace.